All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
What's up, universe? Welcome back.
What's going on, guys? Everybody out there getting rich off cryptos right now?
Hell yeah, she's
I
popping.
see you. That's what's up. All right, so today's episode, we're going to be talking about underground bases and kind of like hollow earth theory mixed with
Pretty much.
more underground bases.
More underground bases.
Secret bases. Secret.
Multiple underground earths. What I was reading earlier.
Multiple earths?
There's like in severe, like different areas, not just all one.
Right.
I was reading some other shit about that today.
Like caverns.
Yes, this is its own separate ecosystem, separate from.
Just like ants.
There you go. There you go.
But with entities.
With real shit.
People with different races out there. Different aliens.
Hell yeah.
Jeremy says getting rich off crypto. I see you. Not
He's not joking either.
I see you. I see you, Jeremy. That's what's up, man. That's crazy. I was just talking to Chris about that shit.
Good shit,
We
man.
were making predictions too, you know.
It's about to go down.
Making some wild predictions. All right, guys. So if you guys want to purchase some t-shirts, head over to themediahijack.com. Grab you an official Media Hijack t-shirt. Chris is wearing it all day, every day.
All day. Never take it off.
I never really wear it. I don't know why.
I try to wear it for the show.
I should start wearing it. I don't know. I see the logo everywhere. I was like, I don't want to wear it.
Well, I be trying to wear it in public too. So if somebody asks, like, what is that? I'm like, this is my show. This is promoting.
Since you asked.
How about you check us out?
All right, guys. And also, if you guys want to check out the replay for this show, go to the YouTube. It'll be up maybe tomorrow or 2 days. I don't know. Depends on how it feels.
Yeah, whenever.
And also our Reddit. You can visit our Reddit. I leave all the links down there. You guys be a member. I see like we got a couple new members.
I think we got like 2, maybe.
I think so. Like that shit spiked.
Yes, I think last time I saw it was.
It spiked to like 16.
We go. I'll take it.
Also, don't forget to rate and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Do it. That's like if you're listening already.
It's the biggest shit for us.
If you're listening already, stop right now. Stop what you're doing. Hit pause. Go down. Just hit the little 5-star. That's it.
That's it. We're not asking how much.
And leave a comment.
Yeah.
That's it. We're not asking you to pay us.
No, it's not a Patreon.
One little beep, 1 second, 5 stars.
Won't even take. You won't even miss a chunk of your day. Just you can. Whatever you're doing, taking a shit, do it.
Do it. All right, guys. Let's get started with this show.
Hell yeah.
All right. So the title of the show is Underground, a Hidden Reality. True story of Phil Schneider. You guys know who Phil Schneider is?
I do now.
We do now, but the majority of the people, they don't know who Phil Schneider is.
I don't know.
So Phil Schneider, right? His father, Oscar Schneider, was in the military, and he was involved with a lot of secret projects, secret black budget government projects and shit. That the son didn't know till later. They found out later. But his dad, he was actually he actually worked for Hitler and everything. Hardcore.
All that shit. He was working with the bad guys. But why?
I don't know yet. All right, so we'll get back to Phil Schneider, the son of that guy.
Yeah.
All right, so in 1996, the Pentagon, they spent $8 trillion that has never been accounted for. $8 trillion. And, they can say, hold on 1 second, I got to fix that shit. Fuck, man.
Okay, I got you. I hate technology. Nuke, what's up? Says that the one who Captain Alien? Yes. He got his ass. He's like, you a great brah.
Yeah, Nuke the Mall's right. Yeah, he busted Cap in the alien.
Probably the first human ever.
No hesitation, man. He shot that motherfucker.
I don't blame him.
All right, so the black budget
Okay.
is a budget that the government was using, military, buying all this crazy shit, doing all these projects that nobody had no idea where all that money was going to. And it's like $8 trillion, dude. And all they did, they wrote it off. They just put fake numbers in, saying, hey, we spent this amount of money on so-and-so, just put that money back in. But that money don't even exist.
Yeah, that was like because that was in '96, right?
This was like before all that.
Okay. Because I know like
I
this.
think, yeah, like at 96, that's when they're finding out the government was spending all this money on other shit that nobody knows about.
Okay, 'cause I was making sure because I know they had something like that happen again, but this is like later. This is like maybe like late 2000s, 2010s maybe. I think this is back when Obama was still president. They want finding out. Was it Obama? It was either Bush going on Obama or after Obama. I can't remember, but it's like within the past 15 years, right? There was like billions and billions of dollars went missing from the Pentagon. Nobody knows what happened to it. Like, and then it's like that was it. The news, like I think the media talked about it for a little bit, and then the news just died, and then that was it. But I remember that was like a huge thing. It's like, where the fuck did all this money go?
So they're still doing
off the books, man.
Like,
yeah,
till now, they're still doing all that crazy spending all these tax money on shit that we don't even know about.
and clearly, if the money was stolen, they would hunt down whoever it was to the end of the earth, whoever took those billions of dollars. So more than likely, they're using it like on some kind of off the books project or something. There's got to be something else going on.
Some secret Star Trek program.
Yes, because think about it like this: if the IRS owes you money, they take 10 years to give you your money back to reimburse you or whatever, right? But if you owe the IRS money, they are up your ass nonstop. The government don't play with their money. If you owe the government money, they're gonna get you. So if this money went missing, they would be working night and day to find out who took it, and when we try to keep it a secret, which means off the book shit. They still doing it, man. They still doing it.
They can go out there and do all that crazy hood shit.
All that shit. While we living up here, sweating in this hot ass sun.
All right, so Phil Schneider, he came out to expose all this shit to the public. He actually spent 17 years in the Black Budget program, so he was already working with like secret society, not societies, like the secret government projects and shit. So 17 years, he was a structural engineer and a geologist for them. With working with Black Budget, he was involved in an event that was like, it was a controversial event because it involved like aliens that they found underground and shit. Like people till this day, like if you tell them a story like, yeah, we digged a hole and then we saw an alien at the bottom. Hard to believe, right?
Yeah.
Even to this day, and nobody be like, man, you're bullshit. You're a liar, Billy.
Why would you make that up?
Slap. All right, so he was involved with building a base inside of Dulce, New Mexico, which is the Los Alamos laboratory. And what they did was they drilled like 4 large tunnels. And then like these tunnels, they ran like 2.5 miles deep, super deep, super deep.
That's deep. That's pretty damn deep.
Yeah. And then it took them like 2 days to drill these big ass holes. And then right when they were done drilling it, they used like other equipment to like clean that shit out, right? To make that shit all perfect. But every time they sent the equipment down there, it would break every time. Now, this is expensive shit. You know, this is why it costs like trillions of dollars that they use, because they kept on buying like the high quality shit to drill the fucking underground shit. So they said, hey, we just broke another $500 million excavator or whatever they used to drill and shit.
What kind of fucking drill?
So Phil Schneider was like, damn, man, we got to send somebody down there, see what the hell is going on. Like, before all that, right, when they were digging the hole, all this, like, smoke and air came out, right? Like, something escaped. Like, some air escaped.
Some gas or some shit.
And he was like, damn, this shit fucking smells like shit. He said it smells worse than a trash can that's in a trash can. He said the smell was so damn bad. These aliens they don't know how to take a shower. They've been in the ground too long, and, you know, they never seen the sun. They're just sweating down there.
Just sweating?
Yeah.
Like this oof, alien funk.
Yeah, it was bad. And then he was like, when they're about to go down there, right, it's like something, like he felt like everything was weird enough because they sent like the Green Berets and the Black Berets down there, and they all were like, you know, they all had weapons and everything. So it's like, holy shit, something big is going to go down, or they know something that we don't know.
Yeah.
Because this guy, he's just a structural engineer or geologist. He's just out there just to dig this hole.
That's his job, is to know his job only and nothing else. Anything outside of that, no, he don't have no clearance for any of that extra shit.
So his project was just dig this hole. They said, here, you guys dig this hole so we could build this base. Little did he know what was down there. And he know that the government knew what was down there. Because they sent like the Green Berets out there. And they're like, hold on, man, you guys know something?
What you sending the big dogs down there for?
Yeah.
Huh?
So then they sent him down in the tunnel, like in this little basket, and he was wearing like a suit, you know?
Yeah, it looked like an astronaut shit or something, right?
Yeah, like, you know, just in case something happened radioactive or whatever.
Yeah, gases got breathed in.
They sent him down like beep, beep, beep. Right when he got down, right?
Mm-hmm.
He saw like a 7-foot tall gray alien staring right at him.
Chilling.
And what Phil Schneider did, he grabbed his pistol and he
Just unloads.
starts unloading his gun, killing 2 of these aliens down there. This is his story now.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's why they don't want to fuck with us, because
They this.
humans are that aggressive. Like, don't ask questions.
'Cause imagine this, right? And I thought about this. Obviously, I think they were in the wrong. Like, just doing that whole project. Because imagine if somebody, like, broke into your house and started drilling your and fucking, like, a Joe just came through your damn ceiling or some shit. And then people came through your door. Now, what the aliens trying to probably fight them? The aliens probably been, like, maybe trying to greet them. Like, hey, like, welcome.
Hey, what's up? Pow, 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 pow.
Welcome to our world. Oh, shit. And then...
Yeah. How are you going to break in someone's house and then shoot them?
Dumb.
But I'm pretty sure, like, he did it all out of fear.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would have done the same thing.
He didn't understand. He was like, holy shit, these monsters, they're real.
He's looking up like, oh, fuck.
The first thing I would have thought if I saw that, I would first thought it was a joke. So I wouldn't just kill something I don't understand yet, because somebody might be dressed up as a prank. That's what I would think.
But you got to think about it, too. They already sent the Green Beret down there at first. So he probably, like, tensed
I
up.
didn't
Like,
do that yet.
I thought he did. Oh, no, he went down there
No.
before the Green Beret, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
the Green Beret was just like in the area.
Okay. My bad. I was thinking the Green Beret went down there. Okay.
No, they're like guarding the area. So he was like, man, something's going down. So he was like,
it out.
he was like, whatever. I'll go down and check this tunnel out. He shot 2 of them, killed 2 of them, right? And then he said what the aliens did, what one of the aliens did, he did like he was doing like a circular motion on his chest, and then he shot a fucking blue beam out, a blue beam, strike the dude right in the chest, ripping his fucking chest cave. And this is when the Green Berets came down and actually saved his life. He
dragged him
pushed
out
the
of
button.
there,
Yeah, he dragged him, pushed the button, then they went back up.
Okay, so that's how it happened. Okay.
But then that dude, he ended up dying, the green guy. But Phil Schneider, he's still alive with his crazy story. He says like when that beam hit him, right? He said it was like being struck by lightning, and all like the toenails fell off his toes. He was fucked up. All that alien did was just rub his chest one time.
Boo.
Damn! Imagine having that type of power like that.
That sounds like some Majin Buu shit. I don't know why. I just don't like Majin Buu with his closed eyes is like rubbing his tummy.
Supernatural crazy shit.
He probably got hit with some radiation. That's why his toenails and shit was falling off.
Yeah, so he was like, he was pissed off because he was pissed off at the government, the military that sent him to do the job, because he know that they knew that they were sending him on a mission, and they knew what was under there.
And I'm like, you didn't tell us shit. You just put us on this job. You didn't tell us like what was down in them caves, but y'all knew. I'd be, man, hell yeah.
He was like, you guys told us to drill right on top of their home. That's crazy. That's suicide mission.
And I'd have killed 2 of them.
Jeremy says they could have been alive for hundreds of years, and he clocked them out. He crazy. Yeah, he was saying he was saying that the aliens, the civilizations down there, they had been in that particular base for over 400 or 500 years.
Yeah.
Maybe way longer. Maybe in the beginning of time.
Oh yeah.
Who knows?
And they get capped by some
Yeah, that's why it smells.
gringo.
Yeah, they open the eyes like, man, what the hell's going on? Pop, 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 pop. We're like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, I shot him. It's like, they can die, guys.
They can bleed.
They can die. Like, ugh, come on.
Damn. You think it would take a stronger weapon to take him out?
I
Than
know,
just a
right?
handgun. That's kind of
Yeah, a little pistol.
pew pew.
Pew. So that means if we can kill them with the gun, we can kill them by choking them out.
Fist.
But I think if you were to grab an alien and then, he's able to do that blue beam, imagine what else he can do if you can touch him.
I don't know.
He'll probably rape you, like, mentally.
I knew he was going to go with that. I was waiting for you to say we always end up in this
He's going to be
direction.
like, what's going on my ass? It's like in his imagination. Of
Oh!
Yeah. They bring out, like, your worst fears and
But
shit.
7 feet tall, man. They're probably strong as shit, man.
That's the tall grays.
Yes.
I think the tall grays are the good ones from what I read in alien books.
The fuck?
Wikipedia.
Someone's calling on my hand.
Might be an alien.
It's in my skin. Nah, but you think the government's gonna care about gray or any type of color? They gonna wipe them out.
I think they made some type of contract with them because there's so many different races. It's like, come on, you cannot kill all of them
Cutting deals.
just because you're scared.
I always had a theory about this too, and I remember they talked about it in the Underground documentary. What Phil was saying, he's like, look, pay attention to what your politicians are doing. Pay attention to what they're voting for. Da, 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 da. And I remember when I was watching it, I was thinking about that, and I was like, he's got a point, man, because you got to think about things such as like fracking, for example, right, which is like horrible for the environment. But I've always had a conspiracy about fracking with like kind of going together like with Hollow Earth, because yeah, they said they're drilling for oil, but I'm like, what if they're like drilling for like to get into Hollow Earth or maybe assault and attack, like do some kind of attack against the people inside of Hollow Earth? Because there's a lot of politicians who keep signing up for fracking, like including Joe Biden. They're all cool with fracking, and that shit's horrible for the environment. But what if it's like they're doing it because they're trying to get to something? They're telling us it's oil, but what if they really trying to drill for some shit that like somebody like Phil, we all like Phil, we just don't know what the hell. That's what they telling us what they're doing,
Right.
but what if it's some
So
other
maybe
bullshit
yeah,
behind
maybe
it?
they are drilling for a different reason than what they're telling the public. Maybe they're trying to figure out more different cavern locations, or just try to get the upper hand on if these aliens they try to take over like a lot of the territory. So maybe they're trying to take over some territory too,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure like the U.S. they have. Of course, they are already on record. They have a whole bunch of military bases underground and stuff, like the one in Colorado. There's one in Pennsylvania, Maryland,
In Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Mexico,
Georgia, behind a Walmart on Pennsylvania Avenue.
and the South Lake Mall.
All right, so he said that day when all that shit happened, he said 66 Secret Service agents, they all lost their lives that night. 66 of them.
6.
Including the Green Berets and the Black Berets, all because the government didn't warn them, saying, hey, you guys might want to prepare for this. You guys are going to fight some tall alien guys.
You think? Oh, maybe it might be a thing that they did not know. If I was gonna send some like military personnel in there, I would give them like the whole layout. Like, boom, this is what we're gonna be going up against down there.
Yeah, maybe they didn't know, but
they
they had like an idea of
You know, an idea or something.
what could happen.
But it was like super ill prepared. Like,
Yeah.
we're getting like signals of life down there, but we can give you guys like the equipment you need to take them out. But it was like, they shooting fucking beams out their chest and shit. Like, y'all didn't tell us about this. They might not have known.
Blue beams out their chests. Fuck. You don't want to fight no alien, man. If they can do shit like that, you might want to like not bother them.
I'm like, I come in peace, man. Just, I'm going home.
Kill me right now.
Do it.
So he actually has like a picture of the alien that's working at the Pentagon, and he goes by the name of Valiant Thor.
Yes.
Back then, I have a picture. Let's show you. Hopefully, it doesn't fuck up shit.
Damn it! Yep, cut off the.
Sure did. But yeah, that's the picture of him. I'm just gonna leave it like that because it's gonna fuck up everything. But yeah, Valiant Thor, a normal looking guy. He's actually from the planet Venus, and then he ended up working with the Pentagon guys. He even actually had his own room. This is the story of they call it The Stranger at the Pentagon. They have a movie, a book all about it. I think like during like the 40s, like who was the president? Was it Eisenhower or something?
I think so.
So like when Valiant Thor, when he first came to Earth, he came in a spaceship, and he came down, and then a whole bunch of military guys approached him, and then he said, "Hey, bring me to your leader," and actually brought him to the president of United States. Then he was trying to make a deal with them, saying, "Hey, I can help you guys like advance the human race and stuff, as long as you guys stop the production of the atomic bomb,
Weapons,
and doing all that nuclear shit." So that's what they said, to say, hey, you guys better stop doing this nuclear shit, because it's not only affecting the Earth, it's affecting like other dimensions and planets and
tearing shit up.
dimensions beyond our dimension. Even the people that was living underground, it all affects them when they do nuclear shit.
Yeah, there was like I remember a lot of times too. They would like do like now, even now, like places like North Korea and whatnot, to do like, and I think America still does this because they say America hasn't used a nuke since World War II, but I guarantee they probably do some underground testing and shit, offshore or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I know one time they'd be like, some countries would like detonate nukes in the ocean and shit. Like, what the fuck, man? You're killing like fucking sea life, man. We gotta survive off that water. But humanity, man. That's what I've been saying a lot of times. Like humanity, we might be like fleas on a dog sometimes. Like,
but here's like another thing that they say about the nuclear weapons. That one senator guy, I forgot his name, but he was saying that they said that after World War II, they weren't able to activate any more nuclear weapons. Like all the silos, they're all deactivated. And they just don't know why. Like all their shit just doesn't work anymore. None of the nuclear missiles, it would cut on or nothing. So all that shit's just all deactivated. Even if they try to launch it, it just wouldn't work no more.
Yeah.
And they said it's been like that since after World War II. And this is the senator was talking about that shit because they had insider information. It's on one of the documentaries and shit. You could see him saying that shit.
You think it's obviously it was sabotage? Somebody?
Yeah, it's real. I mean, all the shit is coming out now, and they're saying, like our nuclear shit hasn't worked for a long time. Like
they're just chilling in this fucking silo. Just
like,
what can we do?
Even like other countries, all their shit was probably all useless. It's just sitting radioactive nuclear weapons can't even do shit.
Just chilling. He's like that neighbor that you have that's like the junk cars in their yards. It's like, like what can I do? You can't move.
Hoarding missiles, but it doesn't work.
Yep. Maybe that's why we haven't had a nuclear war.
But nobody is saying anything about that because they're never gonna admit that.
No, man. It's like you admit it, your country's still getting taken over. So it's like everybody has an empty gun and like, I got bullets. You got bullets? Yeah, I got bullets.
Putin is right. Putin was like, it's like your shit don't work too. It's like, oh shit. Oh yeah, our shit still works. But imagine like all over the world, it's all deactivated. Like for some reason, the aliens they deactivate all of them.
And everybody's just faking it right now.
Yeah, they're pretending like they got crazy weapons.
Mm-hmm. They ain't got shit.
That's why like they took it in their own hands to control population by doing a biological warfare, killing them with the kindness, with the diseases.
And which kinds? Just all of them, or whatever works.
Whatever plague is the most.
Whatever's hot right now.
That's nice. The nice plague. All right, so Phil Schneider. So like later, like Phil Schneider, he started after his little situation where he got shot in the chest by alien. He started doing like lectures all around the United States, like telling people his story, telling them like, hey, like there's more shit going on underneath the surface of the earth, and they're not telling you guys nothing. Yeah, see, this was like back then before everybody was on the internet like that.
Yeah.
So the only way for you to get your message across is actually go physically to all these places and do your little meetings and meetups and lectures,
little campuses, spread the word, and then hopefully that word spreads.
Yeah, because like not only was he giving like a lot of crazy information to the public, he had a lot of documents, official documents that was backing up all that shit. Because like remember, like his dad was in the Secret Service for a long time, and after his dad passed away, like I don't know, like 90 something, 95, 96 and shit. Well, before that, after his dad passed away, Phil Schneider went into the basement, found all the secret documents, and it was like some crazy shit, like all the conspiracy stuff like we would talk about, like the Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah, the OG shit,
Yeah, so the Philadelphia experiment is with this, it's one of the boats, right?
Yeah.
That they used, and they made it disappear and then reappeared.
Yeah, because I think how it went, it's been a long time since I read about it. They might have been trying to test it. I think there's certain stories I've heard is like they either trying to test invisibility technology. Yeah. But I think it might have been teleportation because how they found the bodies that was on the Philadelphia incident. A lot of people that was on the ship were like, basically their bodies had got like welded into like the fucking metal of the ship.
Yeah, like their arm or leg would be warped inside the ship, all metal and shit. Which
has always been like a common thing of like, I guess like with the theory of teleportation, basically how it is like when you're trying to teleport something, you take it apart on a molecular level. You're taking it all apart, all the way down, and then you're taking it and you're repositioning it at a different location. So when it's all coming back together, everything has to go back together perfectly. Like your bodies got to go back together, the ship has to go back together, everything has to come back together all together as one, right? But there'll be some fucking hiccups sometimes where everything's coming back together, and while your body's coming back together, oh shit, half your body's getting fused with the damn object near you to like a wall or something. Like it's like the movie. You ever seen the movie The Fly?
Yeah.
When like Jeff Goldblum got in a machine, he's trying to test out teleportation.
Then
but a fly flew in, and when he teleported, he's like, "Fuck, I fused with the fly." Like,
right.
That's basically what the Philadelphia experiment is. That's what I think of how it went down. Like a botched teleportation experiment.
Yeah, and then like even in the documents where they talk about the Philadelphia experiment, they were talking about how they got some of the technology from Tesla because he invented some shit where you can make shit disappear like, out of nowhere and stuff, and they said they were using like his technology.
That's right. They're trying to use invisibility. I think it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
And then that shit it fucking backfired. And then a lot of the guys like they all like got sick and they were all fucked up. Like the people that were dead, right? His father, he was actually doing autopsy and shit, and he found like fucking like these little like devices in like behind their eyes. It's like kind of like a spine radio device.
Yeah, I think that behind the eyes. I think they found them in their forearms and their calves or something. But it was like some kind of like monitoring device or something when they sent them back or something.
And they found that in the bodies of these soldiers that was on that ship when they were doing that experiment, which is fucking weird as hell, right? So that whole shit is strange. And then for it to be an official document that Phil Schneider had when he was doing these lectures, I mean, how could you not believe this guy?
So the theory is that these people on the ship or whatnot. So it's a theory that the government implanted them with stuff before the experiment, and then
I think so.
Okay, so they can get like some kind of readings back or something, or?
Right? Because like you said, like maybe it just wasn't like a invisibility thing. Maybe they were actually sent somewhere, like in a different timeline, different dimension. Like who knows? But they put all these like spy device on them so they can see like what they would come back seeing. You know?
Yeah. Or sensors, like do they feel pain when they went over there? Like what do like how's gravity or whatever the fuck, you know?
Yep, and they used them just like guinea pigs.
Yo, like
they put like little tiny GoPros in their eyeballs so they can actually record what they're seeing.
I realize like a lot of technology that we have now, the government's been using it before we got it.
Yeah, they have.
It's been means tested through them. That's why we have like internet and shit like that. So stuff like GoPro, man, they be rocking that shit. It's like, man, we used it. You guys gonna have it now. We know you guys can't hurt us with this shit.
Yeah, like the camera technology.
Yeah, they know all that shit.
A lot of that, like the big one would be like the internet sending data through like a fucking cable line. Mm-hmm. That's the big one.
Oh yeah.
And now they're sending it through like the airspace, clouds.
Dun dun dun.
The hell is that? We can't even see it, but it exists. Like it's just going through like little radio towers.
Hey, technology.
You wouldn't want to live in that dimension. It's probably hot.
Yeah.
Those wires giving off all that heat.
I was wondering too with the Philadelphia experiment. Like, have you watched the show yet on Amazon? It's called like Invincible. For anybody listening, it's a dope ass animated show that is hella violent, super bloody, but it's got good ass action scenes. But there's an episode where there's this alien race that keeps popping up attacking the city, and they wear these devices on their wrist. And then once the heroes realize how to stop them, they break these devices on their wrist. They start aging really fast. So they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta get the hell up out of here!" And they open up the portals. They go back to their home dimension. But when they get there, a day for us here is like a century over there. Damn. So the device is supposed to keep them from aging rapidly fast on our side of like dimension. And so it's like, okay, cool, that's kind of dope. It's like their world, okay, 100 years over there is probably like a day over here. That's not exactly what it is, but just as like, you know, as an example of why they age so fast over here. But I was wondering too, like a long time ago with the Philadelphia experiment, like wherever they went to, what may have been like a time, like say, how long they was over there, what if it was like way longer than that or wherever the hell they went? Some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if it's like the time difference? Because what was it like instantaneously or something like that?
Yeah, it was like in and out.
The in and out. What if it was like it was in and out to us, but what if it was like fucking days or some shit, like something crazy like that, you know? I mean, I don't know. That's always a thing that just popped in my brain about.
They're like, what? It was only 2 minutes. Like we spent like 20 years.
Yeah, there. Something like that.
But they did came back and they're still like
they look the same. Yeah.
It's just they're dead.
Yeah, it's basically.
Yeah. Where was I?
R.I.P. to them. My fault. I didn't mean to derail everything. It's just something I always thought of.
Sure did. All right. Let's see. So, so Phil Schneider, he did work in the Black Budget program. So he knew a lot of the people that also worked in the program. These are like his best friends and stuff. And he said out of the 11 of his best friends, right? for the past 22 years. He knows this guy for the past 22 years, all his friends. Out of 11 of them, 8 of them committed suicide. Supposedly, they committed suicide.
Coincidentally.
Come on. Do you have any friend that committed suicide?
I mean, yeah, but not like a mass group of friends. It was like...
Right. It's not like out of 10 friends, you have 8 of them.
That just did it. I'd be like, what were they involved in? If I heard that, I'm like, what, was they some kind of cult? Some
whale program? Some blue whale shit?
Some blue whale shit.
Yeah, but it's not common for you to know like more than 3 people.
Just be like, at least around the same amount of time frame, like just all off each other. I'd be thinking like they were in a cult and then they didn't invite me.
Yeah. So I mean that's already red flag. So they're killing the whole crew out because I guess they wanted to start talking, and I don't know, like back then if you were to talk like that, I don't even think anybody would take you serious in the first place.
The only people that would take you seriously would be people who never trusted the government in the first place. Right. That would how it started. It's like
hippies.
Yeah, it's pretty much well, fuck yeah, they had no trust for the government. I think it's like if you were to subscribe to people like that, like see, like I didn't realize this till I watched the documentary. Like people like William Cooper, they ran around in the same circles with each other because he was naval intelligence, and that's how he found out a bunch of shit. Just like very like similar to him, like he was doing black budget and whatnot. Phil was, but a lot of times I didn't know. And that makes me want to read Behold a Pale Horse again because I want to see if like Phil Schneider's what's his name Schneider, his name pops up again in this shit, or at least in the book when I read it again because.
It might.
Because they seem like they ran through the same circles because he knew like a lot of shit.
Right.
Of like what the fuck was going on behind the scenes and underground stuff.
Yeah, because speaking like with them running in the same circle, you know, like Los Alamos, the laboratory, fucking Bob Lazar worked there.
Jesus. So they all just...
Yeah, he was there too, man. But he was there after all that shit.
Yeah.
But he was there. But no, actually he was there at probably the same time. Yeah.
All connected, man. They're the whistleblowers. Yeah. They're straight the whistleblowers, man.
The luckiest one is Bob Lazar. He's still alive.
Yeah, everybody else got taken out.
Yeah. He's lucky because now, like, the government, they're more open to this UFO thing, like, to saying, like, it do exist.
But I think it's kind of like, yeah, it exists, and they'll just leave it at that, and then...
Yeah. They, you know, after they released those official videos of the UFO, the Tic Tac shit, they saw how the public reacted, and they're like, we still don't kind of believe it. And then the government's like, okay, cool.
Sweet.
Okay, what else you guys want? So, and then one of the guys that was in like CIA, he did release another video where at first they're saying, oh, that's a fake video. But now, if you go back to it, the government, the Pentagon's saying, yeah, it's the official video from one of our military guys. See? And then the dude's like, see, come on, how are you not going to believe me? I used to work there, dude.
I was there. You don't believe them, but not me.
It's like, come on. Because he leaked that shit out before the government said, hey, yeah, that's official video.
But it's kind of weird, though, that a lot of people would believe his story now that the government confirmed it. I would have believed this story before the government. Cause, you know what I'm saying? It's like
that's the only way they'll believe it. It's just like seeing
weird,
on TV.
Though. But it's weird, though. It's like, why would... Oh, man, hell no.
That's how it is.
The government's got secrets for a reason.
All right, so on August 6, 1993, one of Phil's best friend, Ron Rummel, was found dead in Oregon. He suffered a fatal gunshot wound to the head, and then the gun was found nearby the body, but the police, they ruled it out as a suicide. And, like, if you were to look at this guy's background, like, he did work in, like, the secret shit, too. And... like, with him, there's no way, like, this guy would commit suicide. Like, he has a family, he has kids, he has a future, he has goals, everything. Like, this is not the guy that would commit suicide. It make no sense. Yeah. Because he was doing projects, everything. He was about to release a book about this shit. So, before he got the book published, before he got it released, found dead, suicide, in a park.
Yeah, because if you got plans for the future, like, if you, and I'm no expert on this, but I would assume that if you're planning to commit suicide, you're not setting any plans up for the future.
Right. You're not going to write a book.
I got a book coming out. Pop.
Yep. I just finished it. Dead.
Yeah.
Not going to release it because I'm going to die.
Yeah. And they found a gun on the other side of the room or some shit, right?
Right. No, so it's like nearby the body somewhere.
Okay.
It's like,
But still, the shit going to fly out his hand or what?
Well, he shit's like, poof, then he threw it. After he shot himself in the head, he threw a gun.
Got a lot of questions.
Sloppy. So even like the news people, like in Oregon, they did like the story on him committing suicide. They said something strange about this story. Like, you know, before he was about to publish a book on giving up the secrets on the UFOs, he was supposedly found dead in a park.
Hey,
And this was on the news.
yeah,
So if the news was
local news.
the news was like getting suspicious, like, okay, somebody else got to die now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna trust any news,
So later,
trust local news.
that news lady, she actually died later.
She did.
Nah, I'm just playing. Cut that out.
I was like, wait. I was like, what part did I miss in the documentary?
Nobody can talk no more. So Ron Rummel, he was known for like he did like like newsletters. He called like the Alien Digest, where he would get a whole bunch of stories and testimonies like all around the world about like what happened with the UFO situation, and then he would publish these stories like in newspapers, talking about everything, talking about even like the Mayans, like how they did sacrifices for certain type of aliens.
The gods.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit! They talking about Mayans, like if the gods were mad, the aliens were mad. They got the prettiest girl in the whole village, sacrifice her ass.
Damn. Oh, we're gonna destroy your crops.
Right. Get the baddest girl in Hollywood, sacrifice her. Who was the baddest girl in Hollywood?
I wonder if about what the aliens. I don't even know who that'd be. With the aliens. Now, my understanding, like I was wondering about this too. Did the aliens want these sacrifices, or I was wondering like if this is what the Mayans think would please like the alien gods. Or something,
I don't understand. To me, I don't understand like them sacrificing people. Like, what difference did it make? I never understood that. So maybe it's like we just can't see it from our point of view because
we weren't there. Yeah.
It's not just like we weren't there. It's just we don't understand it on like a level that they understand it because maybe it's something that it's missing that we just don't know.
Yeah, we wouldn't understand it if they would explain to us. It's like this, it could be on that level. Yeah.
Right. It's like saying like, okay, like if it's true that elites eat kids, we would say like, why though? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like if that's true, I would say like, why would they eat kids? Like what's the reason?
Yeah.
Does it give you more power, more energy, more?
Yeah.
Does it make you closer to like you can tap into the spirit world and say, hey, what's up, guys? I'm here.
Are you able to communicate with the elder gods? Some wild shit.
Yeah. So see, that's the thing. Like with sacrificing humans, I didn't understand that.
I know. That's a perfect example. I know, like with H.P. Lovecraft stories, he like writes these. Well, he's write like these short stories about these beings, like called elder gods, but they were like so fucking powerful and just so massive in like size and all that if regular humans like you and me would see them, we would automatically like go insane because we wouldn't be able to comprehend what the hell we're looking at because they're just elder gods, right? But there was like within his stories, there was always like small towns in like middle of America. They have like these tiny little cults that live there, and it'd be stories of like these little cults be going around and they'll sacrifice people just so they could communicate with the elder god, or some shit like that. So it was like, hey, we need like the blood of a virgin so we can contact the aliens or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm thinking from that perspective, at least. You know, it's like what if it's like a way of communication to them to speak or whatever, and like I don't know. H.P. Lovecraft, he was a racist, but he's in a lot of he has some short stories. I'd be like, he might have been on to some shit, like some
maybe like when they were
wild shit,
like about to kill him, like it made the energy was different, you know, like because it gave off like the fear energy, and then it changed like the mood a little, and then maybe they needed the energy shift to change. Like they needed like a great amount of fear for them to tap into something.
Something, yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know.
I really don't know.
Maybe it's not meant for us to understand.
Niner says, tips you give your younger self. Probably buy like 100,000 in crypto bitcoins.
God, I don't know. Definitely would have to be something with investments, though. Something.
You would look like a time traveler.
Yeah. I don't know what I would.
You would be a time traveler. All right. Yeah. So after his friend died, Ron Pummel. What's his name? Pummel.
Pummel. Yeah.
Rummel. Okay. So after his friend died, right after the funeral and everything, Phil, he got scared. Like Phil Schneider's like, holy shit! Like, so many of my friends died already. Like maybe they're after me next. Because I'm the one always speaking out about all this shit. My friends were speaking about it, and now they're dead. Now his paranoid. And this was like in 93, you know? So then, because he said he had to go back to Vegas, grab his car, then he had to drive by himself. So he knew maybe he might be followed and maybe they're going to light his ass up.
Yeah.
So like later, 1996, Phil Schneider, he went missing for like maybe 5 days, right? Mm-hmm. So then later at the apartment he was staying at, like one of the landlords was like, hey, this guy was missing for like a couple of days now. Let me see what's going on. So they went into his apartment building. They found Phil Schneider fucking dead.
Yeah.
Laid out, ice cold.
Face down, in his wheelchair or some shit.
Yeah, face down in his wheelchair. And then they actually ruled it as suicide also. But like if you look deeper, like in the investigation, like later they found out that there was like a catheter cord.
Yeah,
that was wrapped around his neck, like tied up around his neck.
Yeah, because if anybody out there, well, like if y'all don't know, like he was paralyzed, so he had to like piss through like a tube sometimes or whatever. I guess if he's sitting in his chair. But that same tube that was used as the catheter cord, they would like strangle. It looked like he was strangled from behind too. So like the way it was like tied up in the back or whatever. So
they strangled him with his own cord.
Yeah,
and his face was laying like head first in his wheelchair, and they showed the picture too. That shit was kind of nasty.
That's I think they put up a disclaimer right before they did it. I was like, oh shit, they about to show the body.
I was like this. I was like, oh shit.
It's pretty gruesome.
But yeah, it's like not long after Ron died, the main guy, Ron Schneider, died.
Yeah.
96.
They caught up with his ass.
Ice cold. They did it like...
Then they found him like 3-4 days later or some shit too? It was
they found him like 3-4 days later. A week later, maybe. Yeah, that's why like if you ever work like within the secret government and they told you be quiet, you write a book about it.
Right?
Write a book about it. You don't tell them to, tell you to be quiet.
You write a book about it and then start counting down your days because they are coming.
Mm-hmm. Like now, you can get away with anything now. Like, you can write whatever because no one's going to believe you anyway.
Because it's gonna start, like, that's what they probably think at first, and then they start realizing, like, holy shit, they kind of like, people are listening. He has a following now. They're like, he's got to go.
Yeah. Well, Phil Schneider, he had documents and everything. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, his dad was in that shit. So it's like, okay, why the fuck would he make up all this shit that doesn't even make sense for like a common person to even know about shit like that?
Yeah, seriously.
Like the fact that his dad was, he was one of the guys like in the Navy. He did the U-boat for Hitler. Mm. And then his dad was, I guess, kidnapped by the French. And then they delivered him to the U.S. But in the U.S., they used him like, in the U.S. Navy. And then he became like a fucking big time over there in the U.S. They used him. They didn't kill him.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you good people. You with us. Mm. Dad didn't tell Phil Schneider nothing about nothing. But he left all the documents like in his damn basement in the little
he's like
file cabinet.
He's like, my son, I'm going to leave you these breadcrumbs.
Just easy breadcrumbs.
Just easy ones. Tell the world.
Not even like fucking locked up or nothing. Okay, so after his death, right, New Mexico, people, they've been seeing all these weird stuff in the skies, like UFOs, cows getting mutilated. And this is like on like native land. So the Native Americans, they were seeing this shit for a long time.
Hell yeah. He was like, we try to tell people.
Yeah. They were saying like, they would see shit like holes like opening up in the ground. And then they see all this fucking air shoot out.
Just like how when it was drilling in the ground and shit before.
Right. All that stank came out.
That Hollow Earth stank.
Alien stank. Man, it's crazy how like when I would have visions, right? I do see like different alien races underneath us all the time. I'll see them like in the water beneath us, in the ground beneath us. And then like I would see like they would show me shit like how we made like a contact with humans, like a peaceful contact, and they're able to like live on like above ground now and shit.
You think they would want to live up here with us?
I think they're already up here with us. They just look, like normal humans now.
I think they're just trying to blend in and like keep an eye on us, but I don't think it's like sending like it's like the government like world government still sends spies in different countries, just like, hey, here's your fake ID, your fake social security number. You're gonna just blend in as John Smith and you live amongst them, learn their society, but keep an eye on them and we'll report back to us every now and again if something happens. Because if it was true what I think about and the stuff I read about Hollow Earth and shit and what was going on down there, sounds like a utopia. I would never want to leave it. But they probably see us as a threat. So it's like, all right, we got to send some candidates up there. Boom, boom. do some espionage, just live amongst us and live amongst them and shit, and then report back to us.
But I think like even if they're walking amongst us, right? I think they would rather walk up here, like looking like themselves.
Yeah, without fear of getting shot,
like
Phil did.
like Men in Black style.
Yeah,
where it's normal for these aliens to like, like live in the same world that humans live in and walk amongst each other and shit.
Yeah.
It might be like that in a few more years because I think it's getting towards that to where people they don't really care like the sexuality of people right now, right? They're trying to make it normal. Like if a guy want to be a girl,
no gender.
They're trying to make that a normal thing, and then they're gonna ease their way into like, hey, aliens are here, huh? Could they walk up here like this without getting beat up?
Can you accept us now? You guys learn to accept each other.
Right. And then like maybe like later, like with all this genetic modifications and shit, humans are gonna start coming out with fucking no sexual organs. And they slowly become like aliens.
Like, I think we talked about it before, like flat like a Ken doll or something, like
it's happening,
just
man.
smooth in the front.
And then they're just all gonna.
What was the alien race we talked about before? It was like they didn't have genitals, but they had sex in different ways. I think it's like through the mind or something like that. I think
Gray aliens.
Is that what it is? Is that what? Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I think they don't have no penis.
Yeah, no genitals. If they had sex, which they apparently this race of aliens do, it was always through telepathy or something, like to learn like through the mind or something like that. Maybe that's our future.
Yeah, but they don't have sex or anything. The way they reproduce, they do it in a laboratory.
Oh yeah,
with human DNA.
They just like trying like because I was reading something before too to talk about like how supposedly like the technology they had down there. There was like not even like there was like creating like wildlife with that too. Like everything was like lab based. Like from them, hey, we need to create stock like animal stock to like feed off of or whatever. Lab.
Yeah, see, like back then, like in like I guess the time where Hercules was alive, where they had like 2-headed horses, centaurs, and whatever. I think this is the time where aliens were just experimenting with anything. They're like, hey, let's see what the fuck we can really do with this DNA. So they started fucking doing all these crazy experiments, and then you get the 2-headed horse, 3-headed dogs, or whatever.
Yeah.
And
just went crazy with it.
They got the special horse that they made. What's his name?
Pegasus.
The
wings.
Hercules' pet.
Yeah, man. There was some stuff I was reading about too, like how they said like the theory of like Hollow Earth too. Were you done with your stuff?
No. Okay. Go ahead.
But I was reading something earlier too, like with the theory of Hollow Earth. This shit's been around since like Greek times or whatever. But a lot of people back then weren't thinking like on like it being like this beautiful oasis. They're saying it's more like hey, this right when you die, this is where you get dragged down to. It's like actually was a physical place. So it was like hell for the most part, or just kind of like dark caverns, or maybe it was like what's that horror movie? I think it's called like The Caverns or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's about a group of like cave divers that go into like this cave, and they come across these creatures that are like fucking pale, they're blind, they can't see anything, but they got really good hearing or whatever, and they just slaughtering like groups of people that are going down there.
Damn.
So I guess they was trying to think like back then too, like, hey, don't go down there because they're fucking mole people or some shit. I don't know, but they're strong as shit. But over time, it might be evolving to like, hey, these people, it's like a thriving civilization down there that don't really need us on that level.
Yeah, like what's crazy is like a whole bunch of these groups from all around the world, they all speak about this hollow earth or whatever, or like a earth within the earth. They all talk about it, like in Asia and everywhere, Germany. They even made maps of what the hell it looks like.
Yeah, how
like,
it'd be structured,
within the earth. And it's like it's crazy. It's like ants, but with a human race. Yeah. Well, not human, but another alien race down there.
Yeah.
They have grocery stores and whatnot. They have their own little solar system.
Yeah, they got like thriving economy. They got water. They got like
2 moons.
I think they're talking about too, like for example, they were talking about like with some young believers inside of Hollow Earth is a lush tropical paradise that is very likely houses an advanced race of humans / aliens / giants. And they're saying some of these giants grow up to like maybe at least like 11 feet tall, but the trees out there are like thousands and thousands of feet tall or something like that. And it's supposed to be like this massive environment, kind of like how like Kong is. Like he's bigger than like what a gorilla would be. Like, he's like that type of shit. There's most of the areas, the inhabitants are descendants of like a lot of people think like they're part of like an ancient race too, called like the Lost 10 Tribes of Israel.
Whoa.
Basically, it's like the Lost 10 Tribes of Israel. From like a biblical standpoint, they're all supposed to be like the sons of like Jacob from the Bible, and they all sons and grandsons of Jacob from the Bible. they all grew up to become adults, and they all started like their own tribes. But they got exiled, and supposedly when they got forced out of their country, they were never seen ever again. And like 10 tribes went missing. No one to this day, no one knows what happened to them.
You think those 10 tribes are the one that started like the different races?
And that's what that's what the Lord might go to, is like how they were like these peace loving people and who like follow like the word of God and stuff, that they may have found something and led them down into the earth where either they discovered something or they started something. But either way, a theory is like they started like a kind of a utopia of their own down there, or they stumbled across something where they got accepted into a society based off like them being like super peaceful and all that. Like they didn't come there trying to fight or start a war or anything. So
it's like once they go underground, they can't come back.
It's like you're here. There's a one-way trip. So if you're here, you're here, and
it's impossible for you to come back.
Supposedly that's where the tribe has been since then, because nobody knows what happened to them. They're like,
yeah, like the Mayans too, right? They just
up and disappeared.
Yeah, they just disappeared, left all their shit back.
But maybe that was like their reward. It was like, hey, like you guys, sacrifice, your young or virgins or whatever for us. And you guys always been thankful for us. So your reward is like, we're going to bring you to our world. But you leave everything behind. All your personal belongings, all that shit. Leave it behind. Come to our world. And
the sacred land.
They got invited. They got the invite. So that's what they got. The shit was like, they already got these temples. And then nobody's there. They just went missing.
See, that's like another thing, like with like holes that they would find like in Antarctica and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like Nazis and the Tibetan, they knew all about these land masses that was within the earth that maybe other people were living down there. Yeah. And Nazis, they knew that shit. That's why the Nazis, they were like one of the first people like in Antarctica out there doing whatever the fuck they were doing. But they're up to no good, trying to find like some alien like entrance cave and shit, trying to find like, this other piece of land. And even like when the U.S., they caught wind of it that they were doing that. So the U.S., they sent their military out there, Admiral Byrd, to find out what the fuck is going on in Antarctica. Yep. And they went through some crazy ass shit.
An adventure of a lifetime. Like, where's this man's movie?
And he was the Admiral was saying like, man, there's a whole nother landmass out there that fucking bigger than what the maps were saying it was.
I got on Google Maps the other day, right? Like a couple weeks ago. I be getting bored at work, so I get on Google Maps, and they have like the 3D sphere of like the planet. And then I just went over Antarctica, and I was like, what the fuck? All this land is like nothing out there, but you can see like on the edges of it, as far as we know. I'm pretty sure the government has like say on what can and cannot be on Google Maps, or what can be, what can be out there for public knowledge. If you look at Antarctica, you can see like across the border, you see like, okay, Russia has some bases, America's got bases. There's like outposts out there where it's like, They're making expeditions into it, but like they can't really put anything out there, or they can't survive that far into it. But I'm like, that's a lot of fucking area out there. Yeah. But they there for a reason. It's not like they if there's me being somebody who used to work for the government. If there's anything I learned over time, governments will never put money into anything if they don't feel like they're going to get an investment back. That even goes down to even having soldiers like that. Everything's an investment when it comes to government and funding and projects. Like, you're not going to do this shit without getting something in return. So no matter where you're at in the world. So if you got Russia, the U.S. out there.
But I don't think it has anything to do with like money return.
No.
It's more of like
this is something big. Yeah, they just say this is something way big. I'm just using it as an example. Like, but they're investing money into this to get something out of it. Something we don't know.
Greater, like a technology that we haven't even
power source
scratched the surface yet.
But it's a lot of fucking land out there, man. I think it's gotta be bigger than the U.S. It's so vast, man.
Yeah, it has to be huge. And then it's like the way he was describing it was like a normal looking lush forest jungle. Mm-hmm. No ice, no nothing. It's like a place like a tropical jungle. Mm-hmm. Like how King Kong, when he jumped down to that hole. Yeah. And how the gravity switched up.
Flipped around. Doo-doo.
And then boom, he's like in a whole nother world where everything is completely different. All the animals were bigger, trees were bigger.
Prehistoric shit running around.
They had their own sun and everything. It was fucking cool as hell.
Yeah, fucking rainbows and shit. Yeah, running waters.
That's where the Mayans went.
That's what I'm saying. That's all, they're chilling down there, man.
Egyptians went there too.
They chilling in a little house. They all chilling down there.
Yep.
And then,
but now they want to kind of come back now.
Oh man, I'll chill down there forever. I would imagine it'd be worse up here than down there. She's probably no pollution.
They probably got to fight King Kong every day.
It's probably King Kong's friendly. They just got to do sign language. He like, oh, man, touch fingers.
Imagine like they signed up for something that they didn't want to do.
Like it's worse.
Yeah, it's worse.
Fuck them aliens.
Damn. Or who knows? They might be.
It's like, hey,
your flying cars might be over there. Like,
hey, yo, you never know, man. Because I would seem like it seems like I think I said this before too. I always felt like if what we're given, if we learn to start appreciating stuff around us more and each other and all that, then whoever may have created us on this planet, if it was like aliens or whatnot, then our reward will be bring you to our paradise. We'll bring you to our side with the technology we've given you and you've used it for the right purposes. But with humanity on this planet, I've always thought about like as a theory, like what if we're just fucking failing? Because it seems like every civilization is like ups and disappear. They've always done like sacrifices, try to maintain crops, whatnot. It was not like how chaotic how this planet is now. So maybe their reward for believing, like they writing on walls and shit of like aliens and all, like their reward is like you guys like appreciated us. You guys saw what your true existence of this universe is, and boom. We'll take you down to our world. And here's like, man, leave these people up there. Like, it's like they're not appreciating nothing.
Then the humans, like we turned out to be like a greedy ass, like kill or be killed type.
Just humanities, just fighting nonstop. Humans. For like the most trivial shit. Cause I know what they say like with the 10 Israeli tribes too, the 10 lost tribes. They say there was like a mixture of like people within the Middle East. I talk about like races because it wasn't just all like Middle Eastern people too. It was like a mixture of like supposedly races of like Middle Eastern people, Native Americans, and Japanese people. That was all a part of these tribes and all that. So it wasn't just Middle Eastern people.
So that's how you make Asian people?
I guess. I mean, that's all the East.
So you think it all started with the Japanese blood?
I don't know. I didn't even think that deep into it. I was just kind of like, oh, that's interesting that this tribe is made up of like...
Katie, what's up?
Hey, Katie, what's good? Katie Long says, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I love that movie.
Yes. Never read the book, though, but the movie's good.
It's real.
Let's go there, man. Pack our bags. Let's
Butterflies are as big as fucking a hawk and shit.
Carry you away.
A bird is like a dragon size.
Birds are already annoying.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Let's see what else. I had some other shit, too. Okay, so I don't know if you know what... Did you have any more stuff? Or? Mm-mm. I just found this out too earlier today when I was reading about it. So so this dude, I can't remember his first name. His name was like Clough or something like that. That's his last name. He's a guy who's like really big on like Hollow Earth and all this other shit. He was actually about to set up like through the mid 2000s and early 2010s. This dude Clough, he was actually part of a long jesting expedition known as this project is gonna be called like North Pole Inner Earth Expedition.
Damn.
Basically he's like he's getting like financial backing, all this shit to get this project going to where he's gonna head up to the North Pole and he was gonna do some deep earth diving. All that shit. Was
he a part of like a government program or was this a private?
It seemed like it was private, but it was getting. Let me see. I think because if I remember correctly, it might have been like he says like he had like a bunch of like financial backers, but it might have been like a side project or whatever. I don't think it had anything to do with the government, but he was being backed by like probably some greedy ass businessmen. It's like if he does this expedition, I want like first dibs on whatever the fuck he finds or whatever.
When was this though? What year? Was
so this was like through the mid 2000s, 2010s. This is when he was setting up the project. So like 2005, 2010. To early 2010s, he was setting up a project to go on this expedition. It says, unfortunately, after a number of setbacks, including backers and members of the team falling victim to calamities ranging from cancer to fatal plane crashes, the expedition was put on hiatus. Had the expedition been successful, the team would have chartered one of the world's largest ice-breaking ships straight to North Pole, where they would have attempted to contact dozens of the Hollow Earth through the hole they believe they would find there. So they're trying to get the project going. They're trying to get up there. A lot of people start going into theories about with this expedition is that, hey, the government caught wind of it and it was like fucked up. Like whoever's involved in this, pull your funding out, which everything just stops. And people start turning up dead that was involved in the
government's like mission. They're trying to do what in Antarctica? Like, excuse me?
One man and some people.
And they really got this far? Like, you guys like take care of it.
Financial people. Who's financing this? What, these people? Oh, hell. Because all you got to do is get financial backers. If you're trying to start a project and you got some billionaires or trillionaires or whatever that believe in you, you're set, man.
To like handle it and make it look natural.
And so like people was getting knocked off, like catching cancer out of nowhere, mysterious plane crashes, and it's all around the time they was setting up this expedition. Shit goes completely straight to hell. And so the dude Clough believes that the various setbacks to the project are the works of international banking conspiracies, but is hopeful that they will someday be able to get the funding together for a new expedition to lead a new expedition leader to help continue the project. And if he doesn't, he says Hollow Earth theory will likely continue on until humans can actually peer into the Earth's core. Who could say that it's not filled with Germans or aliens, a very small sun? So this dude was like,
I don't know.
He's like one of the latest dudes I've heard recently that was like, at least what I was reading, I don't remember. It might have been somebody recently, but I know that was the last. Seems like this is the last person I was really trying to get some shit together to go out there. Now, whatever happened, I don't know. But
So he's like a small guy. He didn't really have like money like that to really do it properly.
It might have just been like a fan of like Hollow Earth Theory, and he's like, let me see if I can get some people that can fund this shit. He wasn't like no. It sounds like to me he wasn't like maybe I might be wrong because I really don't know nothing about this guy. I just discovered him earlier today, but it's like he was just doing like he was a fan of it and wanted to get money together to set up an expedition, but he's not really a valuable source of like he's like intelligence from like military that has proof that it exists. It's just
Yeah. Well, not only that, I don't even think you have like the right equipment to even do that.
I mean, where would you use?
I mean, because he was getting finance from outside, so he didn't really have the funds to actually do it properly. So I think like if anyone were to do this type of project to where they're gonna drill within like Antarctica, like super deep, it'd be like somebody super rich, like Elon Musk.
But I was just thinking at the same time too. What if you can't even use any man-made technology to even do the expedition or get it going? It might be something like
Then that's red flag. Then
alien tech. You need alien tech to get to that shit.
It'll be red flag, and Elon's gonna expose it, saying, "Hey, government, hey, we can't really dig this shit. And do you guys know about this? No, we don't know about it. Okay, we're gonna continue our investigation.
We'll continue it."
And then that's when all the aliens come out, like, "Hey, we told you guys, we made a contract with you humans. You guys are not supposed to be coming down here.
What don't you get?
All your leaders, like, what's crazy about Antarctica? They had all the leaders from all around the world."
Sign that deal.
Go to fucking Antarctica. Obama was there. Vladimir Putin was there. I think that even the North Korean guy was there. All of them, all the Chinese leaders. Like, why the fuck you guys going to fucking Antarctica? You guys doing a blood contract?
Signing the old contract expired, so we gotta sign a new one.
Yeah, they gotta sign a new fucking 1,000-year contract. Cause I heard a long time ago, like the Indians, like their legend is that they signed a contract with the gods for some type of deal, some shit. And it's all like written on paper. Like you can even find these documents like somewhere within like the files in the government somewhere where they said that the Indians the Indians like in India, they made a contract with one of the gods. Also, even the Egyptians made contracts with the gods for some shit. Yeah. Well, is that crazy? Like seeing a document like that saying the Egyptians made some type of contract with something that's supposedly not supposed to exist?
No, not really. Only, and it's coming from like an atheist. I'm just thinking from the perspective of like what their beliefs and what they may have encountered. It might be some legitimate document showing that whatever they encountered, they signed off on it and they signed a deal with them. Like I can see it being legit if it's real and what they've experienced. But yeah, I can believe like there's a legit document out there. Like, bro, they fucking did some hieroglyphs on the wall to show like, hey, this is the contract they had with them, or
it's written in stone on a stone tablet.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see it being legit, like a legit contract on.
Yeah, it wasn't forged or Photoshop, nothing.
Because the back then, I could see like okay, a powerful being that they may have considered an alien. Maybe in modern days we would call an angel, but back then they may have called it something else. It came down. It was like, oh yeah, welcome. We welcome you to here on this planet. Our first gut reaction, if aliens came down to us or trying to talk to us or communicate with us, it would be like Independence Day type shit. It'd be like fucking all out war. It wouldn't be as. I'm pretty sure people were a lot more peaceful back then. I mean, people's always been violent for sure, but I just don't see like it being a very peaceful transition. It won't be like the movie. What's the movie where they do like the language and shit? I know what you know what I'm talking about, but they're learning the language.
The Arrival.
The Arrival, yes. It won't be nothing like Arrival. It'll be more like Independence Day. So
the birds have arrived.
We gotta wait till we calm down. We're too wild right now.
I don't even think they give a fuck about us anymore. Like
they just gave up.
I think they actually want it. Like they don't care. Like okay, if they die, whatever. It's almost like even if like a meteor came down, they wouldn't come and help us. They'd be like, man, you guys suck anyway.
Well, unless it's a test. Like you know what. Let's see if this planet can come together and stop this meteor. they're still fighting over race, and there's a fucking meteor coming. Yeah, they're done. They can't even come together for.
They log on Twitter and shit. They're like, what's this hashtag? Stop Asian hate? Like, what's going on now?
What the we just.
They're like, they don't even bother nobody.
We just woke up this morning and this is trending.
Yeah, so it's like, man, you guys, if another meteor come by, we're not gonna stop it. You know how like they always say, oh, there's a meteor coming towards Earth, and it might just barely miss, but we don't really know for sure.
It's gonna be kind of close though.
They call it aliens up, like beep 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 beep.
We need help.
It's like, hey, you guys good on that meteor? You guys good? You guys got it? It's like, yeah. So you guys get anything else down there? Like what else you want? We gave you everything. Gave you all this technology, and what you guys do with it? You built a Hadron Collider trying to open up portals?
You trying to create black holes? What the fuck?
They're like, fuck you guys, man. You guys are not even supposed to be doing shit like that. Like, this is what happened, like, way back then, right? When, here's my theory, and, like, in the Bible, they're saying they're trying to build a stairway to heaven to reach the gods. But the gods were like, nah, son, fuck you guys and your stupid stairway to heaven. So he blew up that shit, and fucking all the workers got all fucked up, and then they end up, they weren't able to speak the same language no more. And this is like how they say how language was created. So everybody spoke different language. They couldn't communicate, so they couldn't build like the stairway to heaven anymore.
Yeah, that was Tower of Babel, I think it was.
Yeah,
they fucking wrecked that shit. It was supposed to be going to the heavens. It was like, nope. It's like a kid kicking an anthill or some shit.
Yeah,
that's what I imagine.
That's just a metaphor for Hadron Collider.
Could be.
Yeah,
could be. Because I always figure like a lot of these stories from back then, like it's always like. It's tailored in a different way. Like it's telling the right story, just it's telling like in a more digestible way our brains could probably comprehend.
Right, because
it's too much for us to even.
Like, just say it's a stairway.
Just tell us, fuck.
Because if they say in the Bible, yeah, they were building a large hadron collider where they were smashing particles and they're able to open up portals.
How many people gonna even know?
They read that in the Bible, like, what the fuck are they talking about?
What?
It's like, fuck. Like, they wouldn't even make copies of the Bible after that.
Man, canceled.
Yeah, they're like, oh, man, what kind of witchcraft bullshit?
The Vatican will not fund this shit no more. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're like, just say stairway.
Just say a tower. We all know what a fucking tower is.
It's like, what about that Noah's Ark thing with the boat? Man, just say they put all the animals in there. Their brain can,
a boat.
They can grasp the concept of putting
a spherical ship. Like, no, they don't even know what a sphere is. Say a boat. That could be really what it is, though. Like, just like you gotta break it. They have to like spoon feed it to us, like in bite-sized like information, because it might be too much for us to.
And then, like, slowly but surely, like as humans progressed, they gave us like little bit
more,
bits and pieces of like science, mathematics, how to do all this shit. They gave us all these little tiny formulas, like spoon feed us like how to teach humans how to be somewhat intelligent.
Cause I say like 20 years ago, nobody was talking about the multiverse or anything like that. Now here it is. People are like, I'm starting to see more videos pop up with like multi-universe theories. I'm like, man, this is it, baby. It's out there, man. I want to meet my other self. I want to meet my version of like, I want to go to another planet and then I see me, but I'm Elon Musk of that world or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's it'd be a version of you that would be on Elon Musk's level on that planet. Because it's infinite possibilities.
It sure is.
It'd be amazing.
Katie says, Childhood End by Arthur C. Clarke.
Arthur C. Clarke. That sounds
very familiar. A Childhood's End.
A Childhood's End.
What is that about?
Let me look it up right quick. Let me look.
But yeah, I think like not just like the U.S., but all around the world, every military country that has a big military, they all have big underground bases. Even China. China has like a underground base. They said it stretches like 3,000 miles long. And I'm pretty sure they carry like all their fucking nuclear weapons down there. Yeah. All that shit is just parked underground and shit, saying, all right, if we ever to go to war, we got the big guns too, guys. We can fight just as hard as you guys.
Oh, that sounds like
China's scary. And Russia.
China's super scary. China's on some shit right now. China's been doing a lot of excavating right now. They've been doing like a lot of shit. We're like, why y'all traveling all these countries? Y'all looking like Nazis right now doing this shit. Y'all are not like saying they're Nazis by like they're like on that, that we want superiority over the human race type shit. But like as far as like expeditions and I'm like, what are y'all looking for? Y'all are
like, the fuck you guys wasting all these tax money digging fucking snow.
Why y'all taking over this mountain of gold in Africa? What is going on? Like,
Did you guys even make a snowman out there? Like, wasting billions of dollars. We got Bob in the house. What's going on?
What's up, Bobby?
Bob says your other version is reckless. What are you talking about? She
talking
comes
about
in
the
here and
multiverse.
just drops a set. Oh, I'm talking about multiverse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your other version of you is like
Wow.
just a bad guy and shit.
Yeah, what if you go to like another Earth and it's like you're a serial killer in that world and like you're on death row? Like you'd be
I
like,
can see
what
that.
the fuck? Like, where did it go wrong? Like, what happened?
Or like the other you was like a Hitler in that town.
Yeah.
Like you were responsible for a lot of people dying.
Fuck yeah. It's possible. Anything's possible, man.
You could be a spy and shit.
Yeah. Spy.
Or you could be dead.
Are you never born? Yeah.
No, you're born, but
God, this is like supposed to be even like a multiverse. Like, what if you never existed? What would the world be like?
I mean, I wouldn't
As a theory.
Yeah.
I'm like, this place would suck.
If it all existed, anything's possible.
Okay, Childhood's End is a 1953 science fiction novel by British Arthur C. Clarke. The story follows the peaceful alien invasion of Earth by mysterious overlords whose arrival begins decades of apparent utopia under indirect alien rule at the cost of human identity and culture. That sounds good as hell.
When did that book come out?
1953. Damn, that's around the Hadron Collider.
Man, that was like the
Predictive programming. It's real, man. They were trying to get our minds on this.
I think after
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, after World War II, man, they were dabbling in everything, magic,
The Nazis knew something.
everything, alien space,
Oh, that shit.
Wi-Fi connections.
And that's why, like on television, you see like Outer Limits, Twilight Zone. They're trying to get the human mind prepped for like, yo, shit's about to get strange in the next century, guys.
I mean, I'm ready. I don't know about you guys.
Let's do it, man.
I'm ready, man. Drop the switch.
What am I gonna look forward to? The new iPhone? I'm tired of that shit. Let's
Drop
what's
the
next?
switch.
I'll pull it.
Man, if something were to happen, it's gonna be like I think chaotic before we reach a next step in human evolution.
It's good. Imagine tomorrow morning, right? You wake up and it's like all over social media, all over news. There's a fucking spear or something like on some kind of ship just chilling in the sky above a major city. We're chilling over all the major cities around the world. It's just sitting there chilling, nothing's happening. Imagine how people are gonna react to it. It's gonna be pure chaos. I might even go to work for that week. There's be so many people that be like, I'm quitting my job. Some people, because some people probably would think it would be the end of the world. And everybody usually asks themselves this question like, what would I do if it was my last day on Earth type shit? Man, it'd probably be
A good example of what would happen. All you gotta do is just watch that movie, The Arrival.
That's the best. Please, I hope it goes down that way. Let's talk.
Where about just like, holy shit, it's in every major country.
Chilling.
These fucking seeds
And
chilling there.
they just want to talk.
They're like, we're back and shit.
Hey guys,
Like, you guys are back. They're like, we never left.
we never left.
This is our house. Imagine that, like some cocky ass aliens, because they had to speak in the terms where we understand. So they actually made themselves into gods and shit.
Yeah.
Like, they think we're gods because we can levitate. Holy shit!
That's all it takes.
Get down there, Billy. You fucking fly too.
Go.
Fucking do cool shit. Make that shit come out your chest. It's like wait, these guys, they can't do nothing. They can't even fly. Like, fuck, this is our.
We got it now. We won.
This land is our land, not your land no more.
We have this shit.
The birds have arrived. This is our house. But I do think like humanity and humans. I mean, like humanity and aliens or other races.
Yeah.
It's that time for us to make that handshake,
that
that connection. That we need to bring us and aliens together after we get the race shit situated.
Let's get each other fixed first. Let's clean up this house first, and then
Right.
if we can only accept each other, we can accept aliens.
Yeah. Everybody hold hands.
Hold hands, kumbaya.
Kumbaya.
Let's do it.
Everybody. Then aliens come. They peek out from the bush.
It's
Hey, you
Higgins
guys,
is clear.
you guys good? Like, can we hold hands?
Can we come out now?
And then we hold hands with the aliens.
Yeah.
Done.
3 fingers.
Fuck.
Big ass 3 fingers to hold your hand.
It's gonna be fucking cool as fuck. Like riding on an alien's back while it's flying and shit.
Yeah.
And they got cool names too. Like beep boop, beep doop. Let's go. Like, hey man,
cool, man.
you making fun of me?
It would be some kind of human freak out there. It's like, I've always wanted to do an alien. It's like,
Yeah.
he's always gonna be that one. I might try it too. Who knows?
And then just use CRISPR to fix his tail.
You think?
Like, I don't want him to have that purple tail.
What did I saw Baba says if the alien showed up,
Bob says she'll go to work after she see the alien.
and steal some supplies like with boxes.
And then nobody's at work. They're like, what are you
doing
doing
here?
You know you're not going to get paid, right? You know we're not going to pay you no more, right? Because we don't know what the fuck is going on no more.
Well, you clocked in, so you stealing hours? Oh, you're getting locked up. You're going to jail now.
Like, go ahead, get that overtime. Don't mean nothing.
You stealing company hours?
It's not our world no more.
That's theirs now, shit.
Money, what's that? Look at them. They're lining up all the humans and shit.
It's like a long road.
Like, they're actually killing us? It's like a modern day concentration camp because there's like I had like this vision in my head.
Oh god!
Like you know how like back in the days, right? Germans, like people that were Jewish, they had that gold star, right? So they can tell like they're Jewish people.
Yeah.
So they can send them off to the camp. Let's say like the vaccination people, you know, they got the little vaccination card, right? That's like a modern day Jewish star.
So that means they're good. Oh, they send like they're.
So when the aliens come down, they're like, okay, so these are the people that accepted this shit. So we have to get rid of these guys.
Or what if it's what if it's flipped? Like okay, they
it could be flipped.
Could be flipped
but I'm
around too.
hoping
Yeah,
it's not flipped.
I'm hoping it's neither one.
I'm hoping
I just want it to be chill.
I'm hoping they get them.
You want them to go? I just wanted it to be peace on earth, man. See,
There needs to be a balance.
here we go.
There needs to be a balance within this earth.
Okay.
If you guys watch Avengers, you guys know about the Thor shit.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is like a small scale to where humans on the earth, we've been dealing with this overpopulation shit for a long time now.
Yeah.
It's all written in stone saying, hey, population has to be down to blah, 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 500 million. Some shit like that. Maybe I'm off. The numbers are off. But we are way overpopulated for Earth like this because if there's too many humans like walking like on the surface of Earth, how the hell is the alien underground gonna come up here and live up here too? There's no room.
They don't need to live up here. Not if it's chill down there, they have no.
But what if that's the reason why?
There's no reason for them to even want to come up there.
They can't even take a shower down there, dude. That's why it smells.
Shit. For all we know, the reason why we have such low resources, they might be taking it from us too. You know, we don't know that.
No, I'm saying like because Jeremy say 500 million, it's like we have 7 billion. Yeah, I'm saying
we just
reduce the population to 500 million.
Man, that would be extinction level on some.
Hitler tried to do it and he failed.
That is just above the population of the United States. Oh, that might be too much Earth right there for us.
It's gonna be the air can smell so good.
Yeah, because ain't nobody gonna be fucking working. The factory ain't nothing gonna be ran.
Ah, man.
500 million is not a lot, man.
It's not. It's like Atlanta or something.
I was saying the United States, but
No, it's
we're like at 350 million out here, so
it's a lot of people out here.
yeah. So 500 million, just shy above the population of the United States. That will be the rest of the planet remaining.
That's
This
a lot of
planet,
dead people.
There's a lot of dead people.
That's a lot of.
It's a whole lot.
It's a lot of soil.
A lot of fertilization.
Yeah, fertilization.
Is that what you meant?
India has 2 billion people.
Yeah, China got 1 billion. They got big numbers over there. America is like beep boop, little tiny place.
America got like maybe 670 million people.
670. I think it's like 350 or something like that.
Alexa.
It's low.
Alexa, what's the population of the United States?
In 2020, the population of the United States was 331 million people.
Woo! Jackpot.
Look at you walking Wikipedia.
Thanks, Bay.
So walking Wikipedia.
Yeah, so we low on the totem pole. If anything, if the population gets reduced, it's probably gonna be like India and China left. India, China, and that's gonna be about it.
You got anything else on the flat Earth? I mean, hollow Earth? What? What'd I say?
You just had to slide it in.
No, that was an accident.
I'm good, man.
You know, because every time I say Earth, there's all these weird stuff in my head.
Like around the planet.
Globe Earth. 3D Earth. Whatever you guys want to call it.
Yeah, I'm good, man. This is a good one.
All right, guys. So we're going to end this episode, number 51. Make sure you guys, if you guys make it this far, subscribe. give us a rating. And yeah, we'll check you guys next week on Tuesday. Peace out.
Peace out. See you guys.
Adios, guys. Thank you.